Hey guys, we're gonna have recessions. Oh, I should have read the whole word. I mean, we're not going to have one. They haven't officially called it yet because technically you need 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth to be in one. But we're in one now. It's not coming. It's here. First off, Q1 GDP growth, which was projected to be 2.3%, came in at a whopping negative 0.3%. And that's bad for, obvious reasons, like when a GDP is expected to grow and it shrinks faster than Donald Trump's dementia-riddled vocabulary. But it's also bad because it did that before anything actually happened. Like Pervert Hoover's bad economic policies and tariffs hadn't even gone into effect yet at that time. Just the sheer mention of those stupid fucking policies made Q1 shrivel up like grandpa's brain watching Jesse Waters. Now for Q2, they are in effect. And as a result, cargo ship traffic's down, the port of Seattle is empty, manufacturing jobs are fleeing the country like teenage pageant girls flee the dressing room when Donald Trump walks in. Because, contrary to popular belief among morons, tariffs don't bring jobs back. Retailers are saying that empty shelves are just a few months away, and half of consumers are now purchasing stuff with buy now, pay later loans. A growing number of consumers are buying their fucking groceries with buy now, pay later loans, and a growing number of them can't even pay the payments on time. Hey, remember that word, Trumple fuck sticks? Groceries, huh? Yeah, you know the word, the one that discount David Koresh told you branch dumb Vidians he made up. Can you explain to me why, if a life necessity is cheaper than ever, people are using fucking payday loans they can't afford to buy it? No, you can't. You wanna know why? Because you're fucking stupid. See, the point is that we are in a recession, right? They never call a recession before it starts or even right when it starts. You always have to be in them for a while before they can officially say that we're in a recession. But don't worry, it won't be a recession for long because we're about to make America great depression again. See, because absolutely best case scenario at this point is he rolls back every single disastrous policy now and negotiates some amazing trade deals with all of these other countries to help us recover from the fucking shitstorm he's put us in. And we would end up with a somewhat prolonged and relatively severe recession. Best case scenario. Because supply chain stuff is 2 weeks to 2 months delayed at best. Unfortunately, at best isn't realistic anymore because if all of that stuff came off today and people started ordering to make up the supply chain gap that is currently hitting us right now, we would run out of cargo ships because there's simply not physically enough of them in the world to respond to a snap increase in demand like that. And because in that scenario, for a while, demand would outpace supply for shipping and logistics, shipping costs are going to go up, which increases consumer costs, while still prolonging the time it takes to meet consumer demand. Then unfortunately, there is a limited number of ports and they can handle a limited number of ships per day. Then the ports get clogged up and that further extends supply chain problems, and then that means that perishable goods go bad on ships more often, which again reduces the supply on the market and increase shipping costs because, every day that a ship has to sit outside a port waiting, that costs money that we have to pay for. And we saw all of this with COVID. These things can accordion out for months, if not years. But it's not even worth thinking about the best case scenario of a relatively bad recession because we know Nectarine Nero ain't gonna do that shit. And even if he did, I don't think that all of the countries that he has gone and royally pissed the fuck off would be very quick to offer us favorable trade policies. And consumer confidence won't be quick to rebound when his tariff and economic policies have been more on again, off again than a clapper light at an orgy. So we are currently in a recession. And what comes next is a depression. There's just no 2 ways I see around that. And this comes as the rest of the world is basically viewing Trump as a full-blown authoritarian right now. And you know what countries do to other countries that are run by dictators? They sanction them. But on the bright side, Trump has outdone himself on at least one impressive metric. With an approval rating of 39%, he is the most unpopular president in history at this point in his presidency. Well, at least since we've been keeping score for like the last 80 years. Which means Donald Trump has blown the second worst administration out of the water for lowest approval rating, and that administration was, of course, Donald Trump's first administration. So just like one of his favorite pastimes, not the ones where he sends brown people to concentration camps or crashes global economies or gropes underage girls, not any of those, but apparently Donald Trump views his approval rating like his 4th favorite pastime that he spends all of his time and our money doing, golf, always looking for the lowest score. However, this time he didn't even have to cheat to get it. So good on you, Donnie. After all this time of bragging about how you're the best of everything, we finally found that you are actually the best at something, and that's objectively, statistically being the fucking worst.